What is up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to the Upper 90 YouTube channel. In today's video, we are not going to be talking about Chelsea thrashing Tottenham. We're actually going to be talking about Manchester United and what seems to be going on with this club because, again, we're having issues with players and the manager, so stick around as we dive deeper into this. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Mike, and in case you did not know, I am a Chelsea fan, but today we're talking about Manchester United because in the news, it seems like there is some issues with the manager and players once again, and this just seems like a merry-go-round for any manager that seems to be coming in for Manchester United. Now, ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left, it seems like Manchester has been a shell of itself. They haven't won the Premier League title since he was there, and since then, it just seems like they can't get the right things going. Now, in between that, they've had some pretty big managers. They had Mourinho come in. They had LVG come in, Louis van Gaal, in case you don't know who that is. They had David Moyes. Obviously, I'm not saying he's the best, but he has done fairly well for West Ham as of lately. Was a pretty good manager for Everton too. Again, not saying he was the best manager, but again, he was there along with Ole. And in between this time frame, they haven't won a whole lot. Now, let's back up though to the manager, Jose Mourinho. Now, when he was at the club, they did fairly well. I know some of my friends and people that enjoy Manchester United would say that he wasn't that great. It was very dull football. They didn't really have the authentic feel of the Manchester United feel when Sir Alex Ferguson was there. But with Jose Mourinho, they ended up winning Europa League. They took second. They did fairly well with him. The problem is that he came out and said that there was an issue with the players, that they didn't have the drive to keep playing. I think he even went out and slated Paul Pogba, saying he was a virus to this club and saying that he needed to be shipped out, which, as we've seen, has not happened. He slated Luke Shaw. Again, that's one of those up in the air because sometimes Luke Shaw does play good, sometimes he doesn't, but it seems like every time he plays good, he's always hitting back at Mourinho. But I think Mourinho was hitting everything on the head at that point when he was there, saying again, a lot of these players are divas that they don't really want to play for the club. They get paid quite a bit just to play at average at best. And it's the same thing happening right now with Ralf Rangnick. Players are coming out saying he's not the manager that they think can run Manchester United, which, again, we know he's an interim manager at this club. He's only going to be there for the rest of the season, and he will move up and in another position. But this just shows that there are players that just, again, really don't care too much. They're already getting paid the big wages. Don't think they have to go in and out each and every week and perform well because, again, they're going to get paid. Now, there are some players, obviously, that are going to be playing each and every week. Cristiano Ronaldo, we know how much intensity he brings to each and every game. I don't think we can really question him. But other players on this team, again, come into question. Paul Pogba being one of them again, Luke Shaw, and certain other players, maybe Harry Maguire, that just, again, seem like they're not up to rising to the occasion, stepping up when they need to, and playing really well. Now, Manchester United are sitting in 7th right now. Over last weekend, they lost to Wolves. They lost 1-0, which again just shows what's happening at this club. They are just slowly slipping away into mid-table form. Again, last year they ended in 2nd place, and you're thinking, hey, they're bringing in Cristiano Ronaldo. They're bringing in Varane. They're bringing in Sancho. They brought massive players in this summer and thinking that this could be a title team, and yet right now, they look like a mid-table team and doesn't look like they're going to go anywhere up from there. Now, you could argue, yes, Ronaldo does throw maybe their formation off, but even prior to that, Ronaldo really isn't the problem. Yes, you could say it's difficult throwing him into the mix because they already had some type of tactics, but I would disagree. When Ole was there, pretty much it was rely on Bruno Fernandes or rely on Ronaldo to maybe have some magic and win the game. And now that that magic is not there, you're definitely seeing a lot of the issues happening. Defense squads are not doing very well. I would say David De Gea is the only reason why they're maybe staying in games as of right now because he's putting up so many saves each and every game. If he's not there or if he's having a bad game, Manchester United is really going to struggle. So I'm not too sure what they need to do in this winter window because, again, I don't really care if they do really well, in my personal opinion, but I thought it was very interesting that, again, another manager is almost being thrown under the bus. At some point, the board needs to look at this and realize that certain players maybe should be let go. Even if they do lose money on some of these players, I think it's better for the long term for Manchester United, even though, again, it's very difficult to then replace some of those players because usually it is easier to replace a manager. But at this point, they're not going to let go of Ralf Rangnick because, again, he just came in as an interim coach for Ole. If you brought in another manager, you're going to have the same thing happen over and over again. Now, I'm not saying Manchester United will get relegated or anything, but I don't even see them really getting into Europa next year. Yes, they're in the Champions League right now, still performing pretty well in that, but that's due to Ronaldo. But I don't see them winning that. And again, in the title itself this year, they're obviously not going to be racing for the title. Don't see them being in the top 4 and don't even see them being in the top 8 with things how they are right now. So I'm really curious to see what happens during this transfer window for Manchester United. What happens with the manager? What happens to some of the players that, again, are going against the manager? Because, again, there just seems to be a whole lot of issues with this club. So comment down below what you think about Manchester United, where they're going from now, if they're going to sell some of these players, if they're going to get rid of their manager. I want to know what you think. And if you haven't and you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and comment down below and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. Until next time, I will see you.